What up, party poopers? Start pooping right now. This is the only video and channel you need to watch while you're taking a dump because I, Shizzles and Giggles, am your poop coach. I'm here to guide you on your poop taking journey to make sure you don't take a long dump because that would be bad for your health. All right, today is Friday, July 11th, and what has been happening these past few days? Well, sadly, if you remember, on July 4th, there was a very tragic flash flood in Kerr County, Texas. And that flash flood has claimed the lives of more than 120 people, including many children. President Trump is on his way to Texas to survey the damage caused by the flood. Again, our hearts and thoughts go out to the victims affected by this tragedy. Speaking of President Trump, the threat of tariffs continue to loom. Previously, there was a 90-day pause that was back in around April, pause on tariffs, and now the deadline has been extended to August 1st. So in other words, if agreements aren't made, trade deals aren't made by August 1st, President Trump is threatening to impose tariffs on many countries, on many goods that are imported into the US from many foreign countries. So currently he is threatening to impose a tariff of 35% on goods imported from Canada, which is an increase of 10% from the current 25%. And also, President Trump is trying to make an impact on the trial of a former Brazilian president, and President Trump is threatening to impose a tariff of 50%. And at this time, we are at or near the 2-minute mark, so please stop trying to poop if you haven't made any progress on your poop taking. Please maybe precautionarily wipe your butt, precautionarily flush, then get up and move on with your day and come back to this video at a different time. If you are making progress on your poop taking, your turtle head has popped out, then let's continue. So again, so far there's only been a few deals that have been made. For example, with the UK, with Vietnam, in terms of trade negotiations and tariffs. And President Trump has said that a deal has been made with China, but I don't think that's official. Supposedly, last I heard, the US was supposed to impose a 50% tariff on Chinese goods imported into the US, and China will impose a 10% tariff on US goods exported from the US into China. But again, I'm not sure if that was last I heard, and that was a few weeks ago. So I don't know if that's actually accurate. So please do your own research. But continuing on, what else has been happening? So the Department of State, which is the executive branch component federal agency that deals with international relations, foreign policy. Well, the Department of State has decided to lay off more than 1,300 people as of today. And I thought the economy was doing strong, but it's part of this Trump administration's plan to streamline things and to, I guess, trim the fat. And in other news with President Trump, a federal judge in New Hampshire has decided to impose an injunction on President Trump's executive order to end birthright citizenship. And so, in other words, the New Hampshire federal judge is trying to block President Trump's executive order to stop birthright citizenship. And this will ultimately go back to the Supreme Court for the Supreme Court to decide. But keep in mind that many of the Supreme Court justices were appointed by President Trump himself. So I don't know if that's going to come into play. And lastly, Justin Bieber has released his new album, Swag. I hate to admit this as a middle-aged man, but I kind of am a fan of Justin Bieber's music. Go J Biebs. Anyway, we are at or near the 5-minute mark, so please stop pooping. Please wipe your butt, flush, get up, and move on with your day. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, poop heads. Till next time.